Hello everyone, my name is Tocho and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Origins. Our last left off, we saved Queen Anora from Arl of Denerim, I believe it was.
Maker's breath, it's good to see you in one piece, my
I
friend.
didn't mean to walk in there, I don't know what I was thinking.
We have been praying for your safe return, Warden. I was uncertain you would respond as you did, considering the consequences. I am glad you did. Thank you. Now, however, we must work together. And quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it. Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, but if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake How is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the Alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that How and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Anora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as How's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. But you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
I haven't actually talked to Alistair recently about if he's changed his mind on taking the throne. Also, I'm not sure I entirely trust Anora.
You don't need to trust me. We have the same goal. That is far better than trust. I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Anora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Anora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same. This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Anora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain. Anora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Are you serious? No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me. I'm going to stand over here with my fingers in my ears.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the Landsmeet to remove Loghain from power. With Therin blood on the throne, and Anora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight. Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen, unless they both agreed to it. And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility. Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives. Without that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring Terniers. We certainly have a great deal to plan. Maker knows what that man is capable of now. Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
I completely forgot Alistair was standing over in the corner. I didn't mean to talk about you like you weren't here, buddy.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away. Of course.
He has nothing else to say. Okay. You.
Hello again, friend. It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Draken. I wondered what Howe did with them. Yes, these are my records. Names of the dead I recognized at Ostergar. What was left of Duncan's recruitment records. Some encrypted copies of the joining ritual that I retrieved from our Denerim vault. Those, at least, ought to have stayed private. It's located just off the Market District in the northern alley past the Old Noble Tavern. I'll sketch out the code which will let you pass the lock wheel. Inside you can take your pick of whatever equipment remains. It is the stockpile the Wardens have kept for centuries, for the defense of Denerim. We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember. He was exactly the same back then, tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits, though. Only way he ever let himself down. Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths. It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfells are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is. Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lad. And very foreign. The Wardens there, they fight Darkspawn like you and me, but they're shaped by the winters there in the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the Wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way. It was near 1,200 years ago, and no one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Anders soldiers. Apparently, they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the Archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, though none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas. Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them, and it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations. The important thing to remember is, none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne. That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot. He is my father, as well as a great general, who has served his nation well until now. If there is a way for him to live, I would prefer it. I will always be my father's daughter, but even I know he must pay for his crimes. It will not make me glad, even so. Does that affect your decision? Can we yet come to an arrangement? Ignoring that the man looks so much like Cailan, my recently dead husband, if you'll recall, my main fear is that he might govern like Cailan as well. But it is true that Alistair has Theron blood. To some, this is more important even than practical considerations. A union might be considered a compromise, but is this something Alistair even desires?
I didn't get a chance to talk to Alistair before this. Like, he didn't have anything to say, I didn't have any prompts. I mean, I could probably convince him.
Let me say this. If Alistair is willing to stand back and allow me to continue governing the nation, then I would be willing to have him as my king. It is my understanding that governing does not appeal to him anyhow. If that is so, this is a compromise I can live with. Do you foresee me agreeing to place an untried, unwilling man on the throne otherwise? One whose largest decisions to date have consisted of which shoe to put on first? If it will settle matters more quickly, I am willing to agree to this. But only if it will benefit Ferelden. Do so. I will be interested to hear what he has to say.
Okay. So now do I get to talk to Alistair? I don't feel like I should be the one making important life decisions for you, buddy.
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. She wants to be queen. I get it. I don't trust her any more than her father, but I get it. They say that Honora is smart, determined. She's supposedly the one who's really ruled here, not Cailan. She's her father's daughter. Me? I say that's where the problem lies. People like her and her father always think they're the only ones who can fix things. So everyone should just stay out of their way. What do you think? When the Landsmeet comes, you might even have a say. I think they'll listen to a Grey Warden. One who just might save this country yet. So, I just saw Honora not long ago. Strange story. She gave me the strangest look. Like she was sizing up whether the cow was ready for slaughter. I asked her why. You know what she said? It would be like marrying his twin. I misheard that, right? Tell me I misheard. I can't say I like the idea at all. Why should I even consider something like this? Compromise? Yes, I suppose the Landsmeet would like the sound of that. All right, you've convinced me. If it comes to that, I'll agree to marry her. Make her help us all. Go and tell her, if you think it's a good idea. Me? I think I need a drink. Or 10.
Oh, buddy.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away. Of course.
He's not 100% on board, but at least he agrees to it. I don't... He knows he was never going to have, like, the cottage family life anyway. I think he's finally actually come to terms with that, though.
Well, Have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be reduced to passing notes? He has? I wasn't expecting that, to tell you the truth. To marry Kaelin's brother. Well, I suppose stranger things have happened. If it will truly help matters... Is this it then? I agree to marry Alistair to retain my throne, and in exchange I give you my support. If not, then tell me now. Done. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me? No. And while I know your concern is hardly disinterested, still, thank you. I have spoken with Alistair. Perhaps this mad betrothal won't be quite the curse it first seemed.
Well, yay? Okay. So I guess that leaves us to go out and... Does anyone have anything else to say, Shale?
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical. It doesn't have better things to do. On then.
Yeah, it's unlikely they'll have anything new. Okay, so I guess let's go back about Denerim and see what we can make of the alienage.
Yes.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Okay, so let's see what's going on with the alienage. First off, I need to fix Morgan real quick. Alright, we should also go look at that warehouse Riordan was talking about. Which is that the place I wandered into last episode and didn't realize what it was for?
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
So it was around next to the Wonders of Theta, so it would be this right here. So I thought it was interesting how it's not marked on the map. Did you mention how to get into this place? I wasn't listening fully. Oh, well, that's glaring.
It shall be done.
Oh, look at this!
I shall do it.
Duncan's shield, nice! Give me a second, I'll hand that to Alistair. He was talking about he wished he had something to, remember him by. And I guess
Very
Duncan's
well.
sword doesn't count because it's part of DLC, so it wasn't in the base game. Okay. Alistair.
This shield. It's Duncan's, isn't it? That's his crest. Thank you. Truly, I had no idea his shield wasn't with him. This is perfect. I don't know how else to express my gratitude. This means a great deal to me. I can't believe you remembered it at all. I'll treasure this. Thank you.
I love you, buddy! Oh, Alistair's a treasure. I'm glad we were able to find something for him. Okay, so with that handled, let's go see what's happening at the alienage. Hopefully that's open now.
It is begun.
Look, I realize... Oh. Are we crashing? We crashed. How far back is that going to send me? There we go. Okay. Mystical side of power.
As you say.
Is that important? Because that happened in the Deep Roads too.
I shall do it.
I still don't understand what these landmarks are for. Okay, so I guess... I've already seen all those. Seen those, seen those, seen those. Okay, I guess then let's talk to the healers.
There is no need to push. We will work our spell for each person in... Hysarian's mercy. How long have you been ill, man? You should have come here days ago.
You may not yet feel it, but anyone can tell by looking that you have been infected.
All blight diseases carry some of the taint, and in you, it is as obvious as blood in a bowl of water.
Should I let them take me?
The rest of you must stay back. Only the sick are permitted inside.
Come with us.
This may have been a horrible decision.
What's this?
We've got another one.
Wait. That's the one the Regent's looking for. One of the Grey Wardens. 5 sovereigns are the one who brings down the Warden.
Crap.
More enemies ahead!
Very well.
It is a fine thing we've done.
Did it work? Haha! Yeah! Walking bomb.
It is begun.
Okay, let's see what's happening. Pile of coins. That's 2 coins.
As you say.
There's a key with this, so bring 8 males and 6 females to the next extraction. Of course, this is slave trade. Okay. This doesn't lead off to another area.
I shall do it.
Help us, please! We're not sick! Let us out of here!
Should I let them out yet?
No, please! Let us out first! Come back! Will you let us out now? Please, I swear we're not sick. Thank you, friend. They took him away already, through the back alley. We don't know where exactly. You don't have to say that twice.
Are they going to alert the people outside now? Am I gonna... Okay,
How did he get out?
As you say.
Oh, don't kill her, come on!
Very well. All right.
Let's make make this quick! Down you go!
Hopefully that'll wear off of him. Or him on this guy.
I do not think I will recover from this quickly.
Who's there?
Okay. Handle this real quick. Okay, so then let's see. That's the other way out. And they said okay, so this is just the back door of where I was. Actually, Liliana's here.
Ask me anything. I shall.
Sure. They said they took him through the back alleys, so through this
Shall
way?
be done.
I mean, I can't unlock it. I use the key to get in here. Back this way then? Okay, I am actually out of time to record today, unfortunately. We will pick up right here, liberating elves from slave trade, I guess. Can't exactly say I saw that one coming. Okay. But my name has been Tocho. Remember to leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!